Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress. Nutsglaze. That's the name of our fortress. Nutsglaze. Got a problem with it? I didn't think so. Anyways, just kidding. So, I did some research in my free time just to see maybe I could learn a little bit more about taverns. And apparently, man, they really did add in a ton of stuff. You know, with this new patch and such. So apparently the way that, you know, we have the right of it here with these rooms, we did everything correctly. What happens is if an adventurer, if a visitor likes your, you know, likes what you got going on enough, what will happen is they will petition they'll petition the mayor to become a long-term resident. And depending on, you know, what their job is, you know, they can maybe even join your military. They can be given tasks around your fortress. So it's pretty neat. I look forward to kind of seeing that. I also read a little bit more about libraries and things like that, and that's also something that I want to see, because, you know, you have these libraries and people can come and they can write books at your libraries, and then they can also take some of your books away. It's just kind of weird. So, and you have to like assign scholars to the library. I don't know. Just, it's all kind of neat stuff. It's all shiny and new. So, all right, let's go ahead. It looks like we're digging out some more space here. I think we're getting some more workshop space here. I think we were going to use this as a storage area, and I want to say this was going to be small workshops, I think. You know, we haven't checked on the health of those poor dwarves. They're not infected anymore. Really? I'm so surprised. How did they both survive? That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, this poor guy, he still needs to be sutured up and everything. I mean, if that dang caravan hadn't left, we could have bought some thread. All right, let's switch over to therapists so I can get some more people who want to be named in. So it looks like we're still waiting on Dougal. And we're also waiting on... we have not named anybody Mr. Cairn yet, because we've kind of been waiting on Mr. Cairn for somebody who is going to be a crafts dwarf, you know? Somebody's going to be doing a lot of crafting for us. We also have not named Dwarf Comic, who had a great idea for a dwarf. I mean, I must say, Dwarf Comic approached me and said, I've got an idea. I want to be a dwarf that basically does nothing and just begs. You know, like that's his RP, which is really neat, and it would have worked perfectly in the last fortress that I ran because I didn't run auto labor. But since I'm running auto labor, there's pretty much no way that I'm going to be able to do that. So Dwarf Comic said that he would settle for doing wood burning, which is pretty close to doing nothing. It looks like our wood burner is this Edom right here. So let's go ahead and set nickname Dwarf Comic. Okay, and we'll affect that change. And then we also have a new person here, Mr. Fried Donut. Wants to be a chef. So we've actually got two cooks. However, one is already named George. So this one, Domas, who is actually a woman, will now be known as Fried Donut. Not dog nut. Donut. Dognut. So there are many spellings for donut, guys. Could be D-O-N-U-T, could be D-O-G-H-N-U-T. D-O-G-N-U-T is just fine. Could be fried dougnut. So we got fried donut. That's how I'm going to pronounce that. And so really the only person, now correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm missing anybody, here, please let me know. Or if you want to get a character in that's not in yet, please let me know. But we're missing Dougal, Hope, and Mr. Cairn so far. And Hope is a little bit of a special case. Hope is the first female dwarf child that we have. And we don't have any children yet, so. Okay, very good. So everybody is named. Maybe we should look at our people, though. We've looked at a few of them, but we haven't looked at all of them. Boggs, did we look at Boggs? I think we did. I think we looked at everybody here who was in the first wave. So what makes Dwarf Comic tick? Well, if we look at skills, we can see that Dwarf Comic really is perfectly suited for the wood-burning begging role because one skill, adequate gem setter, and he's rusty at that. Very rarely develops negative feelings towards things, often feels envious of others. Confident under pressure. Doesn't often experience strong cravings or urges, is quite polite. Tends to, may I please have some change, sir? Tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions. Is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger. It's very humble. Generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. Finds helping others emotionally rewarding. Is slow to trust others. Enjoys the company of others. Likes a little excitement now and then. You know, this is like one of the most well-adjusted dwarves so far that I've actually seen. Really, you know, doesn't really seem like it has hardly any negatives to this dwarf. Feels that attempting to conceal emotions is vain and foolish. Values artwork. Values sacrifice. Dreams of mastering a skill. Preferences: likes harp, seal leather, clear glass, green diamond, fine pewter, pudding stone, quivers, low boots, squash vines, the shape of pebbles. The words of the learned page and the sound of the bronze bell. Prefers to consume dwarven beer, glass eye, and black bear. Hates rats. Well, hopefully we won't have any rats. Why brought a cat for? Metzger. Metzger the mechanic. Metzger. Also a butcher. Prone to hatreds. I've never seen that one before. Rarely feels discouraged. Occasionally overindulges. Has a noticeable lack of perseverance. So basically, this person, like Metzger here, hates things, but then once it doesn't work out, it just stops. Is unfriendly and disagreeable. Could be considered rude. First for themselves modestly. Thinks they're fairly important in the grand scheme of things. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm kind of a big deal. I'm Metzger, the mechanic butcher. Finds helping others emotionally rewarding. Doesn't seek out excitement. Strongly prefers discussion of ideas and abstract concepts over practical issues. Sees life as unfair and doesn't mind. Well, okay. Life is so unfair, but I don't really care. Somewhat disgusted with eloquent speakers. You over there. You speak way too well. Shut up. Dreams of creating a great work of art. Likes cotton paper, giant quaddy bone, venturine, zinc, basalt, giant lions, and amulets. First to consume apricot wine, cave lobster, and nurse shark. Hates jumping spiders. Frankie, we decided that Frankie was a mobster, right? Because top skills here: gem cutter, persuader, intimidator, conversationalist, judge of intent. Number one thing in personality: has a greedy streak. Is unbelievably stubborn, doesn't mind a little discord in day-to-day living. Yeah, Frankie will break some legs. Somewhat quarrelsome, see? Is brave in the face of imminent danger. Accepts favors without developing a sense of obligation. That seems like it's not very mobbish. Tends to share their own experiences and thoughts with others. Does not generally respond to emotional appeals. I'll give it to you next week. I'll get you the money next week. I've got to feed my kids. I don't care. Lives at a slow-going and leisurely pace. Is given to flights of fancy at the point of distraction. Does not respect the law. See? Mobster. Sees war as a useful means to an end. Finds those that develop martial skills distasteful. Values tradition. Values decorum, dignity, and proper behavior. See? It's all about, you know, the old school. Dreams of mastering a skill. Like squid tooth. You know, squid had teeth. Unicorn horn, giant sperm whale leather, black opal, 10 limestone leechmen. Llamas, bucklers, crossbows, the sound of the berry of styling and the sight of the white torches. First to consume rambutan wine, herring, and opossum. Hates moon snails. Opossum makes me think that this is somebody who likes to eat roadkill. Ugh. And last but certainly not least, fried donut. The cook crossbowman, crossbow woman. Has a greedy streak, occasionally overindulges, feels best when everyone gets along without any strife. I think we all do, really. Tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions, is generally quite confident when undertaking specific ventures, tends to be a bit stubborn. Lives an orderly life, organized and neat, views craftsmanship with disgust. Would desecrate a so-called master. Really? Desecrate. What would be the dwarven version of desecrating a masterpiece? Values tradition, dreams of raising a family. Likes gray squirrel parchment, clear glass, jasper opal, rose gold, native aluminum, slabs, in the words of Last Twilight. Prefers to consume purple amaranth beer and nautilus. Hates brown recluse spiders. Alright, so that's our crew for so far. Remember, if you're watching this video and you would like to get in on the action, feel free to leave a name. And, you know, if you have some sort of a preference or a vision for what you'd like your dwarf to be, as long as it's not super, you know, out of the far-fetched or somebody's already called that. I'm sorry, I didn't get much sleep last night. Keep on yawning. I guess that's a sign I need to get busy, right? As long as somebody's not already doing it, then I have no problem with getting you in. Alright, well, let's go ahead and unpause so we can get this stuff dug out. So what are we... It's been a day or two. I think like 2 days since I recorded, so... I'm trying to remember exactly what we're doing here. I did get a suggestion, a pretty good suggestion, that instead of like bulldozing this, we could always like put statues along here, and that's actually a really good idea. Because these halls always will see a bit of traffic. I did like that idea quite a bit, so thank you very much to the person who suggested that. I always love hearing you guys and your suggestions, because you guys have a lot of good suggestions. And oftentimes I do use them. So it looks like we're heading into winter, which is good. We need time to pass so we can get a caravan. Always scares me when it goes non-responsive for a really long time like this. It could crash. It could crash. Okay, it didn't crash. Whew. Man, scary. Okay, so drink, we're looking okay. We're a little iffy. We're just a little iffy on food, but I think we're gonna be okay. I mean, if push came to shove, we could always butcher an animal, and we'd probably be fine. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we can't brew drink from plant, it looks like. I wonder why that is. Let's look at our stocks. It's probably because we don't have any rock pots, if I had to guess. Yes, we have 18 plump helmets, so we need some rock pots. So right now we're making rock mugs. I wanna rock! Sorry. Sometimes I get really carried away, and I like to sing things. And sometimes it just happens to be... Who is that? Is that Twisted Sister? I don't know. I just know it's like from the 80s. I think it's Twisted Sister. If anybody knows, come at me with that knowledge. First person to post... We'll make it into a contest. First person to post a link in the comments to the song that I just sung, I'll send you a CD key for a game. How about that? Bam. I just did it. I've been thinking about stuff like that for a while. Like, I have tons of CD keys for games just like laying around. Because, you know, I buy bundles and things like that. And, you know, but inevitably, whenever you buy a bundle, if you bought more than one bundle, you're going to end up with duplicates of things. So, you know, hey, I've thought about like doing contests and things like that to give give some of these keys away to people. I've even had, you know, once or twice I've had a game company contact me with free keys before, which is kind of weird. It makes me feel kind of weird. I'm like, so. Oh no, the engraver has been missing for a week. You know, I kind of wonder what's missing here. The wagon. The wagon is missing? How is the wagon missing? There's our wagon right there, you dummy. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, so who is it that's missing again? Dodoc Umralas, the engraver. Okay, so let's see if we can find like the last thing that happened. Okay, Fried Donut likes to hunt. That's cool. What are you hunting? Water buffalo. Nice. Well, we're gonna be eating meats back on the menu apparently. Kia is fighting. What was the Kia fighting? Oh, somebody was shooting the Kia. Good. The dog was fighting the water buffalo. Looks like the dog was winning there. Nice. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there are any reports from Dodoc here that we could maybe like see where he was. Dodoc. Search, right? There we go. Dodoc Umralast. Okay. So the last thing that Dodoc was doing was canceling Pen and Pasture. Where was that at? It was up here. I wonder. Let's take a look around. If you guys see any corpses that I don't find, make sure you comment on it for me. I always like these mysteries that you run into with Dwarf Fortress. Like, where? Normally the first place I go to look is the water, because I have had a few dwarves drown, you know. It's fairly common. So I don't think anything is going to be there. It's too deep. Alright, so we just need to look around. Take a look around. Could also be in his bedroom. We'll check bedroom too. What's this? Oh, fried donut. Good job. You killed it. Good job, buddy. Wow. Fried donut with the meaty returns. Yeah, like I said, if you see the dead dwarf, let me know. What's going on here? Stray U. Got some bolts and stuff, iron bolts. Should probably go in here and unforbid those. Wait. I'm trying to remember how to do this. No. Trying to remember exactly how it is to go in and just mass unforbid that stuff. I mean, I know you can do like D, B, and then like you can reclaim items, you know? But I think there's like a way that you can list all the items. And maybe we just go in here, go down to ammo, and just look for the ones that are forbidden. Yeah, just take it off that way. There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, let's check the bedrooms, I guess. There's not going to be upstairs. If he was upstairs, we would have found him already. Could be in a bedroom. Could have I did have somebody suggest that we might have. We could always have like a vampire visitor, which is very, very true. We could have a vampire visitor. So let's look around, see if we can find our dead dwarf. He's an artist. feel like it wouldn't be this. I mean, I don't see anybody in the bedrooms. We know that this is the guy that's resting, right? And then this is Metzger, right? So I don't see anybody anywhere else here. I'm looking through the workshops. I don't see anything. It could be somebody that's like away in a corner, I guess, somewhere. Let's go down. Maybe. What's this? Who's this? Well, that's Dodoc, but it's the wrong one. This is a different Dodoc. We did do a lot of mining down through here. It's possible. It could have been. I don't know what would have killed him, though. It's the thing. Like, you know, what would actually kill him? Or maybe they just abandoned ship with us. Maybe that's a new feature that got added in. They can just leave. They don't like it. He took the wagon and hit the Ricky Road. Maybe an anaconda ate him. Now that would be pretty wicked. What's all this? Water buffalo blood. Looks like we have honeybees. Go up another level. I'm not seeing anything. Is the crazy part. I'm not seeing a lick of anything here. Seems like every fortress we do, we have somebody that ends up like dead. Can't find them. You're like, where are they? But see, there was no combat log, you know? Like, we looked at the combat log. There was nothing. No combat log. Who was the Weaver fighting? The Kia. The Kia attacked the Weaver? Really? Huh. Kia falls over. Good, good. Yeah, kill the Kias. We don't like them. We don't like them Kias. What's going on here? Who's this? Fishing. What's this? Overcome by terror. Oh, probably because of the hunting. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, guys, keep your eyes peeled. I mean, you know, like you guys are often better than I am at finding things. You know, because like I can't like stop and pause, but you guys, if you so willed it, you could. You could. All right. Thank you very, very much for, yeah, still like this bugs me. Anyways, thank you guys. Really, thank you guys so much for supporting this series. You know, I'm seeing a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces, and it's amazing. I love it. I love the fact that our little community has definitely grown on the back of Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress is one of the best games, you know, that I've ever played. It's definitely top 5 for me. For some of you, it may just be a travesty that I don't go ahead and outright say it's the best game I've ever played, but I've played a lot of good games, so I'm very hesitant to say, you know, it's the best game ever. And but it's very, very good. It's a great game, great way to spend your time. So, anyways, so in the next episode, I suppose we're going to. I think we dug out all that space down there. To put down some extra workshops, so we'll get some workshops going, and who knows, maybe that missing person, we'll find them eventually. A desiccated husk, probably, or maybe we'll find a bloated anaconda. I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys so much again. Always thank you, and until next time, game on.